All right, guys, we're here with Chris Dyson from Dyson Racing. Welcome to Oversteer TV again.
Great to see you.
Okay. I'll be quick. Last time we talked a couple of months ago, we mentioned about how you got invited to the 24 Hours of Le Mans, and you're saying you'd have to tie up a lot of, you know, dot a lot of I's, cross a lot of T's. It'd be a big project to do. But then all of a sudden, about a week ago, you announced you're going. What changed between then and now?
Well, to be on the dance floor, you got to be in the dance, Tony. And we've had enough interest in the last couple of months that we thought it was a great decision to take a look at getting into Le Mans with two cars. We developed a relationship with Status Grand Prix based out of the UK, which made a lot of the logistical hurdles more surmountable. And they're assisting us not only logistically but also commercially and technically in making sure that we can incorporate this program without really impacting the ALMS title defense. And that was job number one from the outset, is that we're going to go to Le Mans as long as it doesn't have a commercial or, competitive impact on our championship defense. And I think we've gotten to that point where we had some comfort.
Yeah, I was going to talk about the whole commercial side and everything. To go to Le Mans, I mean, this is a big commitment. You're over there for like about a month or so with the whole
Two,
team and everything.
a little bit more than 2 weeks.
A little bit more than 2 weeks. That takes a lot of money. Has there been a change in the sponsorship situation? You got more sponsors, or the ones you have committed more for this project?
Well, Le Mans is its own beast, and kind of like the Indy 500 or the Rolex 24 Hours. It does attract more opportunity for sponsors that are specific to that event, who view that event as a key point of their marketing programs, and we've had sufficient interest from those people, as well as drivers who are backed by some serious companies who are looking specifically to activate some investment around Le Mans. And that was, sufficiently potent that we thought it was worth pursuing. In addition, we're gonna look at our existing sponsors also being involved as well.
All right. You have a new car for 2012, and you have the American Le Mans Series starting up next month. You were testing a Sebring back in December, I believe, but I was up in Sebring Wednesday. You guys didn't show up for the big test. Why didn't you show up for the big test with all the other teams?
We didn't have anything to test really. We've got the new cars coming. They're going to be here, in the next couple of weeks, and we had done a test there about 2 weeks ago to sign off on our sort of early 2012 engine spec. It went tremendously well. We didn't have any work to do on tire work because we had done most of the compound and construction evaluation in December. Everything has lead time, so unless you're tuning the fiddle that you're going to play, there wasn't much reason for us to be there this week. And we're gonna be hustling down the stretch the next few weeks, but we're confident that we're starting 2012 on a good foot.
It looks like, again, for 2012, just like last year, your main competition is going to be the Muscle Milk guys. I'm sure you were watching, even though you weren't testing, you were watching what was going on down in Sebring the past 2 days. Were you impressed about the times they set?
Well, it's early. I mean, I think they were just shaking the car down, and I think they only really got into some running towards the end of the day. Again, it's sort of these are third person accounts really, but the car's going to be competitive. You know that. I mean, the HPD has been a solid platform for the last 3-4 years, and I think that Brandon Fry can get a lot of speed out of it, and I think it's going to be really interesting. They're quick. They're going to be quick off the bat. You saw what Highcroft did with the car last year in just one race, and they had gotten it in pieces the week before. So it's going to be a tough proposition, but we'd like to think that we're going to give them a handful this year as well.
The new Lola, how much of an advance do you think it's going to be compared to last year's chassis?
Well, I think it's going to be considerable. When you look at the car we were racing the last 3 seasons, that car, the original design was based around a 2008 upgrade of an open car that Lola had been previously racing, and they've done some aero upgrades over the years. We did a pretty big installation overhaul mid-season last year, but the general concept hadn't changed much. Certainly not aerodynamically. Mainly because of the scope of investment, but also because the rules were changing. Well, the rules have changed this year, and we thought it was important to remain competitive with our with our peers in the series, but also, making any investment now, it's going to be good for the next, 3 or 4 years of regulations. So I think that it's going to be a big step forward aerodynamically. We think that we've made a nice step there. The Lola guys have been working really hard in the tunnel all winter long. We're going to be last to the party, but hopefully that means that extra time was worth it. The Lola wind tunnel is one of the best wind tunnels in the world, and those guys, Martin Bahrain really stepped up and green lighted a lot of investment into the program. So I think everyone over there is cautiously optimistic that they've made a nice step forward, off of a pretty good base. We're also going to be going to the bigger P1 tire, and the drivetrain is going to remain similar, but the packaging is going to get better, and it's going to give us some more room to do some development in the future. We kind of achieved everything we were going to achieve with the previous car, and it was built to the old rules. We thought it was time to step up to the contemporary cars, and Muscle Milk have done the same thing. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be week in, week out. Everyone's going to be making some steps forward, but that's what makes the ALMS so exciting.
Yeah, well, we all know in racing you can't stand still, and especially like a series like ALMS, you got to keep moving forward. Chris, I want to thank you again. Oversteer TV thanks you, and good luck. We'll be seeing you up at Sebring next month.
Okay, Tony, always
All
a
right,
pleasure.
all right, take care.
Thanks.